Is empowerment a feeling? That's what today's video is about. We're going to dive into what empowerment is, but more specifically, whether or not it's a feeling and how to recognize it if you have it. Welcome to the channel. I'm Kim Marie, and this channel is actually all about supporting women to find the empowered woman within them. So, of course, we want to understand what empowerment is. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe so you get future videos. And if this video is something that you find valuable, be sure to share it with others. I really want women to feel empowered and start stepping into the empowered woman within them. So, is empowerment a feeling? Well, first of all, I think it's important for us to define power. Now, as power is defined in the dictionary, it speaks about the capacity to have influence or direction over others. So even by definition, power is typically defined as somehow having strength or influence and direction over another person. Whereas empowerment is defined as this capacity to become stronger. Okay, so there is a subtle difference. To empower someone is to help them become stronger within themselves, okay? And so we might see in the workplace that there are leaders who, some are very domineering and controlling, and others are very empowering. Anyone that works with them loves working with them because they feel empowered to share their gifts and do good work and make things happen, and they're able to find those shared values and visions that help them move forward together, and everyone feels connected and empowered. So if this idea of empowerment is about becoming stronger, or when we empower someone, other definitions were things like supporting them, you have respect and strength, there's encouragement and involvement. We might want to direct that toward ourselves. And so in many ways, this whole idea of empowerment truly is a feeling. Do we feel respect for ourselves? Do we feel involved in our own life, like the leading character of our own life? Do we feel a sense of strength? Are we feeling encouraged? Are we feeling able and strong and capable of moving forward in our lives in the ways that we want to do, okay? On so many levels, empowerment is very much about realizing our potential. And most of us know, because we tend to have that nagging feeling within that says, you're not there, right? There's something more. The women that I work with in my work, it's so often this feeling that there's just something not being lived, the life left unlived, feeling like maybe they're dying inside. Maybe you feel a bit of that too, a sense of emptiness or lack of direction, or not sure what the true meaning or purpose or value in your life is, and you're longing for something more, right? And that can be a very disempowered feeling, right? Those kinds of feelings can cause you to end up feeling very victim-y, very alone and disconnected from life, okay? And empowerment is all about stepping into and feeling that potential that you have, realizing that potential. And when I talk about potential, I'm not talking about it in our patriarchal dominance cultural way where we are talking about bigger, better, more, faster, all of that kind of thing. That's not what we're talking about here with potential. We're talking about our soul and what our soul came here to do and experience and learn. And sometimes that happens through trial and tribulation. In fact, most of us go through that. We're human beings. I don't know a single person that doesn't have trials in their life, right? And we can still empowered empowered even in the face of those trials. We can still feel that sense of empowerment, like, okay, I'm not going to lose myself to this challenge. I'm not going to cower down and be a victim of my circumstances. I'm going to step up. I'm going to make choices and decisions. And I have this capacity, this strength within, a courage to face something different or unknown. I have respect and honor for myself enough to know that I'm going to be okay, right? I have what it takes and I can face what life is bringing to me. So that's what I mean by realizing our potential, being able to step into the flow of our life, whatever life throws at us, and actually be with it, actually be connected to it, involved in it, feel like we really are designing it for ourselves, right? It's also, I think empowerment is also very much about reclaiming yourself, okay? So you can probably relate to this idea where maybe there was a time in your life where you said exactly what you wanted to say in exactly the moment you wanted to say it, and you felt so good about yourself. You felt like, oh, that's me. That was the true me. I didn't say yes when I meant no, and I didn't say no when, I really wanted to do something but just was too afraid, or whatever it is, right? But when you actually step in and you do something, there's a sense, a feeling within you that feels empowered. You feel like you're reclaiming an aspect of yourself. You're stepping into that potential. You're stepping into that sense of empowerment, right? The final thing I want to share here is that empowerment is the idea that we're sourcing power from within ourselves, okay? We are empowered. We are given power by birth, right? We have so many gifts and tools within us. The work that I do, the tagline of my business is awaken your inner wisdom. It's not, go learn something and see if you are worthy, right? It's about knowing that we all have this incredible inner wisdom. And when we're tapped into it, we feel empowered. We have an inner sense or an inner knowing that we're going to be okay, that we're going to get through things, that we have tools and resources to move forward. It's not to say that we're not going to feel stuck or we're not going to have challenges, but there's that inner sense of empowerment that says, this too shall pass. I will be able to move through this. I have what it takes, right? And so there's this concept of tapping into that innate source, that divinity within you, the sacred feminine, sacred masculine union within you, whatever you want to call it. But there's that aspect of something deeper within that is about allowing you to express in the fullest potential of yourself. So this journey to empowerment really is about becoming powerful, becoming strong. And maybe in some ways that power is that you become able to influence others in ways that share your gifts. Maybe your gift is as a healer, or maybe your gift is as a teacher, or maybe your gift is as a mother, whatever it is. And from that sense of empowerment and inner wisdom, you're able to influence and direct and guide, right? It doesn't have to be power over in a bad way. It's about tapping into the capacities you have within you to allow you to share your gifts in the world. So is empowerment a feeling? I would say absolutely it's a feeling. We tend to know whether we're feeling empowered or disempowered. And in fact, I would argue that it's one of the most important feelings to pay attention to. In your life, if you're feeling disempowered, probably there are some beliefs or some circumstances or situations that need to make a shift, right? Maybe some habits that need to change. If you're feeling empowered, well, okay, then chances are you're feeling on purpose and aligned and moving in this space of fulfillment, and you feel like you can face what life gives to you. And we all have that ability and capacity. And so I invite you, share with me in the comments, where do you tend to feel empowered in your life, and where do you tend to feel disempowered in your life? Usually we feel it in different domains of our life. It's not necessarily all the time, right? Some of us do feel disempowered all the time in every domain, but usually we might feel really empowered in our relationships, but disempowered in our job or different things like that. So share with me, what do you notice? This feeling of empowerment versus disempowerment. Where do you notice yourself feeling empowered? Where do you notice yourself feeling disempowered? I'd love to hear more. Be sure to like, subscribe, share this video, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. I look forward to seeing you next time.